Hello and welcome to solo playthrough of Dune Imperium. So today I'm gonna try something different. It's not one of my games, it's actually one of the games I've been playing a lot these days on Tabletop Simulator, and I like it really much, so I want to do a solo playthrough of it. I'm hoping to buy it as if it ever came to my country, because it's kind of difficult to get board games in my country. Anyway, this is my setup here, and by the way, I'm not gonna talk about rules and everything. I'm actually gonna explain everything what I do as I play, and I think that's gonna be enough to understand how the game works. So I decided to play Duke Leto Atreides against Baron Vladimir Harkonnen and Glossu the Beast Raban. So it's gonna be a bit of a thematic play. I have two abilities. One is passive, so basically always active here in the yellow. It says Lance Red popularity. So I'm really popular with Lance Red. Sending an agent to a green space on the board cost me one less when I have to pay for something. These are, by the way, in game we have Solaris. Those are like little coins. We have water and we have spice. Those are three resources that we have in a game. Also, I have one special signet ring ability here in black. It says Prudent Diplomacy, so it can be activated by some special signet cards, and I can actually pay a spice and gain influence with the factions where the opponents have more influence than me. So here on the board are these faction locations where we are fighting who's gonna have more faction with Fremen, with Bene Gesserit, with Spacing Guild, and with the Emperor himself. So we all start with one water. Boats don't have any resources, no, they don't use them, but they will use them to gain victory points. Here in the rulebook you can actually see that, like, if they collect 3 of these intrigue cards, they get the victory points. 3 of the water, victory points. 7 Solaris or 7 spice, they also get victory points. So they will collect resources, but not from the spaces like I usually collect them. They actually have a deck which I prepared here of 26 cards, and you just draw a card and do whatever the card says you do, sending their agents on the board, and they get basically their stuff from those cards. Here I have my flags, 2 agents and 9 troops. 3 of my troops are already in garrison here. I choose to play with the novice computer opponents or bots, so Baron Vladimir Harkonnen and Glossu Raban doesn't start with any troops in the garrison, which is, I think, it's thematic, because we know that Leto Atreides came there to try to get the Arrakis under his command, but it didn't prove well for him. Well, we'll see. I also prepared this conflict deck. Basically you shuffle. There are 3 types, like stage 3, 2 and 1. Stage 3 you use all the cards, stage 2 you use 5 cards, shuffle random, and stage 1 you only 1 card. So you have a 10 cards here, which is basically a round marker, because once we play all of these cards the game's gonna end anyway. What we're trying to do is get to the 10 points. And I put here a 5. That's to remind me that after the 5 conflict card is drawn, these 2 computer opponents will get their 3rd agent by default. I actually have to work for it. So I'm playing on the novice difficulty. So you can see I start with 1 Solarian spice. We don't have to do this to 1 space on the board. Rivals don't get any troops, but on a basically turn 5 they will get their agents. Alright, so let's begin. But before that I'm gonna roll a dice. Now I decided to determine the random player like this by, if I roll a 5 or 6, it's gonna be me. Anything else if it's 3 or 4, it's going to be Baron Vladimir Harkonnen, and if it's 1 or 2, it's going to be Beast Raban. And then we're going to shift everything to the left. So it's going to be double random choosing basically. So normally it should be me, but we're shifting to the left. So the first player is actually going to be Baron Vladimir Harkonnen. Also here in the Imperium row we have some cards that we can buy, because this is a deck builder. And I'm thinking to play this thematically as possible, so I'm gonna mostly be interested in these Fremen cards, because I wanna seek you know, alliance with Fremen and maybe beat these Harkonnens, these evil Harkonnens. Alright, so it's simple. At the beginning of each round we draw 5 cards, and by the way I need to choose a color to do that. So let's shuffle this deck. I have a 10 starting cards. Let's take this into my hand, and then the Baron Vladimir Harkonnen is first to play. So let's see what he's going to do. Alright, so he wants to go, we can do it like this. So he wants to do some secrets with Bene Gesserit, so he will take his little agents, place him here, and then instead of getting everything what's here, he's actually going to get this, what's on the board. So he's going to get 1 alliance with the Bene Gesserit. He's blue, so he's going to move 1 space here on this Bene Gesserit alliance track. Alright, then we come to the Raban. He's going to muster some forces, so he's going to go here, and he will get 4 troops that he can put into the garrison. And then turn comes to me. So let's see what I have. So how this works is quite simple. You can use cards to send your agents on the game board, and to do that you have to use these little symbols on the left side above this ribbon. So for instance, if I want to go to any green space, I probably want to play this card, and green spaces provide things here in the Landsraad Council. Yellow is basically if you want to go to spice some to mine some spice. Also you can exchange spice or get some Solaris. Blue is connected to these cities, which we can always get some troops or maybe cards. And if you want to go to these faction spaces, you actually need something like this, Seek Allies, where I have all the faction like little icons, so I can go there. So I'm actually thinking for right now, I'm gonna first mine some spice. Let's start with that. And I already have 1 spice and 1 Solari. That's the setting for the novice difficulty for bots. And this is that card that we call Signet Ring that can activate my special ability. Alright, actually, do I want to play that? I mean, it's gonna get discarded anyway. Oh, I do. I actually do. Since I saw that the Baron went here, I can actually push myself there when I use my special ability. Alright, so let's do that. I'm gonna play this card, allows me to go to yellow spaces. I'm gonna take 1 of my agents, and right now I have only 1 water, and I'm still gonna use that water to go here, and this space is gonna provide me 2 more spice. And then since I have this little icon, which anything you have in this little like white ribbon you can activate if you use the card to send an agent. So that's actually activate my special ability. So for 1 spice I can gain influence with a faction where an opponent has more influence than you. So I'm gonna spend 1 of my spice and gain some influence with Bene Gesserit, because this is where the Baron has more influence. So I can move 1 space forward also. Alright, and that's it for me. We come to the Baron again. He wants to fold space, basically going here with the Spacing Guild, and he's gonna also get 1 influence with them. And Beast Raban wants to mine some spice. Now bots only go to the spaces with the spice if there is a bonus spice there. So bonus spice is usually put here in these this location where with the war symbol. So he will not do this. Instead, he will just continue drawing, and instead he will go to Arrakeen. Oh, by the way, I totally forgot. At the beginning of the turn, we draw one conflict card. Yeah. So when we are resolving conflict, this is what we're fighting for actually. So the first place is going to be victory point, second place is going to be water, and there is no third space with only like 3 players in solo. Alright, so Raban's going to Arrakeen, and he's going to get this. He's going to get 1 troop, which computer always put all their troops into the combat if they can. So he gonna recruit, put it in the combat, and then you can always, when you put the combat that you recruited, when you put the troops that you recruited for the combat, you can also put up to 2 more. He will always go all in. So right now Raban has like 6 strength here in the combat, in the conflict. This is called the conflict space. How I know that? Well, for each 2 of his troops he gets 2 of the strength basically. So if he wins this, he is gonna get victory point. And also he will activate his signet ability, which in this case is he gets 1 more troop, or 2 if you have at least 1 faction alliance. Faction alliance means he needs to get 1 of these big tokens, which you can only get if you get to this yellow space. So he doesn't have a faction alliance, but he sure can put another troop there and go all the way up to 8. Alright, and then back to me. So right now I probably want to gain some influence with the Fremen, so I can actually seek allies. So let's play this. Normally, if I would to go here to get 1 influence, and actually not here but here, if I get 1 more influence I can get the victory points, but that could cost me 2 spice right now, and to be honest, maybe that's not a bad thing. Maybe I should grab this victory point right away. I mean, Raban's gonna get 1 for sure, because I can't do much here in the fight. So yeah, I have a spice, so why not try that? I'm gonna seek allies. I'm gonna send my guy here to Bene Gesserit. This will immediately, whenever you go to the space of this faction, you get 1 influence with them. That's gonna push me up. I'm gonna get the victory point. And also I can trash 1 card from my discard pile or from my hand to draw 2 cards. So right now, since I'm not gonna fight, I'm gonna trash this dagger. It's basically gonna go out of my deck completely and out of the game, and I'm gonna draw 2 cards from my deck here. So let's see. That's quite nice. Alright, we came to the Baron Harkonnen. He doesn't have any more agents, so he will skip, because there is a phase called reveal phase, when you reveal other cards to use them to buy better cards. So since computer opponents don't use those, they just skip. Same thing for Raban, so it comes to my reveal phase. So now everything that I haven't played this turn I can use for, this is called actually influence points, to buy other cards from the shop. You will see from the Imperial roll. And basically you get everything that's in the blue ribbon. So in my case that's 5 influence. Well, let's see. Ooh, I sure would like some Warm Riders, but they are too expensive. So I can go for these Gun-Topters. That's 4, and then I can even buy this Scout if I want to. There is also Jessica of Arrakis, which give me some options if I have Bene Gesserits in play. But right now I think I'm gonna go with the Imperial Spy for 2. And then I'm gonna take also Bene Gesserit of Jessica of Arrakis for 3. So let's take these 2. And all of this goes to the discard pile. And now it is the combat phase, so whoever has the units in the combat can play some like intrigue cards that can allow him to do that. So Beast Raban actually they use these cards and they use whatever it's on the bottom. So Beast Raban is gonna get 2 more strength in this fight, but he's already winning. So as you can see, for each of these red swords you can push forward a bit strength of your troops. So let's resolve the combat. I don't have nothing to play here, and let's see. So Beast Raban is gonna get 2 victory points, and then all the troops from the combat are removed from the conflict, what should I say, and we put this back to 0. Then we check which spaces no one went to mine for some spice. So on those spaces we place 1 spice on these worm icons, so 1 here and 1 here. And then we recall our agents. Draw another conflict card and we continue playing on. Oh, by the way, I totally forgot to pay my spice. Don't worry, I will remember these things. So when I went here I needed to pay 2 spice. Let's not cheat the computer already. Alright, so that was that. First player goes to Beast Raban, and we have the new conflict card, which in this case is first place gets 1 intrigue card and 3 spice, and there is a good spice amount for the second space. Alright, so let's see what the Beast Raban wants to do this turn. Again, he wants to go to Arrakeen, which will grant him 1 trumpet to combat. He would put 2 more, as always, and he also can activate his signet ring, so he can put even more troops. So he will go up to 4. Already he wants to pick up this 2. Alright, in my case I need to draw my 5 cards. So I draw 3 and then just reshuffle my discard pile and continue drawing back to 5. So let's see. So I got really bad cards because like these are giving me money basically. I mean influence to buy other cards, but they don't have any icons. So convincing argument is not gonna move my agents anyway. So I guess I would have to mine some spice. Now I can't go here because for this space I need 2 water, which I don't have right now. I only have 1. And also I don't want to go here because it's 2 water, 2 spice, but this place provide me the same without actually you know, having to pay water. So I think I'm gonna use one of these yellow cards, send my agent here and pick up 2 spice for now. And also since this is a combat space, I can always put my troops into the combat. Now since I haven't get any troops from this space in the garrison, this is the maximum, this is basically what I have in the garrison right now. I can choose to put 1 or 2. So now the question is, do I want to go for this? I don't think I can beat Beast Raban, but maybe I can get at least some spice on future turns. So yes, I think I'm gonna put at least 2 guys. Oh, by the way, he's gonna be on 8 and I will be on 4 for now. Alright, then we come to the Baron Harkonnen. He again going to speak with Bene Gesserit. He will go here. That's gonna push him once. He will get a victory point. Let's see, Beast Raban wants to go Arrakeen, but in this game you can only have 1 agent in one space, so he can't do that right now. So he will just muster up some more troops, and 4 more troops for him. He's just like really unstoppable in these fights. Those goes to garrison though, because there is no icon with the crosswords, so you can put them in garrison, but that's still fine. Okay, back to me. So my options are limited, but right now I'm thinking maybe I wanna change this spice for, I can go to yellow spaces, maybe even get more spice this round, and prepare for the next round to, you know, exchange maybe spice for some Solaris, or I can do it right away. Let me just check. I have a 2 spice, which in exchange that's gonna give me 6. I already have only 1 Solaris, so no, actually I'm gonna go for more spice this round. Or should I? Yeah, let's just mine spice as much as possible this round. I'm gonna send my little agent here to Hagabazen. I have to pay 1 water for that. You can see here on the space. I'm gonna get 2 more spice, and I can send up to 2 troops. So right now I don't know what the Baron's gonna do. He still can enter the fight, and I really want these 2 more spice to get. So yeah, I'm gonna put my last troop into the fight, which will bring me to 6. And then we go to the Baron. Oh, he's just gonna fold space. And that will give him another movement here, so he's now really good with the spicing guild. He will get another victory point. Oh, he's blue. He just got 2 victory points just by, you know, going to the Bene Gesserit and spacing in spaces. Okay, Beast Raban doesn't have any cards to lay, so it comes to me. I'm gonna lay these cards. Alright, so as I said, whatever is in blue you get. So I have 1 red sword that's gonna push me 1 more space on this track, and then I have 4 money, influence, to buy some stuff. So the question is, do I want to go for these gun topters? And I think I should, because I don't need this scout right now. So yes, I'm gonna get the gun topter, and that's all gonna go to my discard pile. Alright, now computer, if he has the troops in battle, he will reveal a card and he will get that much strength. So 2, so he will go to 10. And now if I have any intrigue cards, I will also be able to play, but I don't have any. So let's resolve this conflict. So Beast Raban again is gonna get 1 of these intrigue cards. They don't use them, but they collect them for victory points. And he will get 3 spice. I am on the 2nd place, so I will receive 2 spice. Okay, let's turn that into 5, so 4. Okay, so at least I have a lot of spice to go into the next round. Alright, let's clean up this. These troops are basically dead. On this space I need to place another spice because no one went there, and then we recall our agents. And we are ready to go to the next round. It is the 3rd round. First player goes to me, and we have a new conflict. First place is a victory point and water. 2nd place, victory point and some spice. So let's draw my 5 cards and let's see what I have. I have Jessica of Arrakis, my signet ring, Imperial Spy, Reconnaissance and Diplomacy. So the question is, do I wanna use this to go to the Emperor place, or I actually want to do something else. So this is my thoughts right now. I would really like to have my third agent. Now you can get, once per game you can get your third agent till the rest of the game. If I go here, so I need a green card with a green symbol and I need to play 8 Solaris, but I can get it also here for only 2 Solaris, and I also draw a card. I can get this Manta, it's gonna last me 1 turn. He acts also like an agent, so maybe I want to do that, but to be able to do that I really need some Solaris. So I need to transfer Solaris into I mean need to transfer my spice into Solaris, and the best way to do so is here on one of these yellow spaces. So I think I need to play my signet ring first. So let's do that. I'm gonna play my signet ring, and let's exchange, let's see, maybe not too much, maybe just 4. Yeah, let's exchange 4 spice for 10 Solaris. Yeah, and also I can activate my special ability, so I can pay 1 spice and move on 1 space here where the opponent is in front of me, so I can move here basically. So let's do that, why not? Pay 1 spice, and now I'm gonna get 1 influence here with the spacing guild. Alright, so let's go to the Baron Harkonnen. Oh, he's gonna put some troops into the fray. So he's gonna go to Hardy Warriors, that's here. Gonna get in 1 influence with the Fremen, you can see on the card, and he will get 2 troops that can be put directly into the combat. Okay, these are, it seems, locked. Yeah, he can put 2 troops in the combat, and then if he had any garrison troops he can put 2 more, but he doesn't, so he will just go to 4. Alright, let's see Beast Raban. He wants to mine some spice. Now when the computer opponents want to go for the spice, they only go for the places where there is already bonus. So he will go here, that's gonna give him 5 spice. Now he's already had 3. Okay, so he will get 5, and then if we look here we can see that when they have 7 spice they get victory points. So Beast Raban is gonna exchange these 2 and a 5, and immediately gonna get another victory point. Alright, and it comes back to me. So I probably should get the Mentat and do something else, or maybe get my third agent. Maybe that's a better option, but for that I need a green card, which I don't have right now. So no agent for me yet. Oh, by the way, I totally forgot to put my signet ring here. I mean my agent. This is the space where I went. So I'm kinda in trouble, but I have lots of these wards, which if I don't play them I can actually use them to boost my troops. So I think I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try to win this conflict. Now both of them are still can actually go and do something here, but if I do this correctly maybe there is a chance. Actually, let me think. Just by going here I can get the victory points without any trouble. Or should I risk it and try to send some troops in the conflict and maybe get some victory points? Tough choices. Okay, let's try to win this conflict by sending actually troops. So I'm gonna do reconnaissance. I'm gonna send my agent here to Kartak. This will allow me to put 1 troop into the combat. So I will be on 2, and it's also gonna allow me to draw 1 of these intrigue cards. So these intrigue cards, ooh, this one is actually perfect for this round. The risk paid out. So these intrigue cards, there are three types of them: plot, combat, and endgame. The plot cards you can play anytime during your turn, during sending agents on reveal. These combats you can only play during the combat round, and endgame, of course, at the end of the game. So this will give me 4 swords, and by laying these cards give me 2 more and 1 more. So basically in total I have 7 swords, 7 strength. So I should maybe win this conflict, but we'll see. You never know with the computer opponents. So Baron Harkonnen, good, he's gonna go to here, Hall of Oratory, which will just give him 1 troop into the garrison. And Beast Raban is gonna want to mine some more spice, but there are no valid spaces to go. So instead he will want to go to Kartak, but I blocked the Kartak already. He wants to mine again, he can't, so instead he goes to these steel suits. This will give him 1 influence with the Fremen, but also it will allow him to put up to 2 troops into the conflict, so he will do so. And he will be in the same space as the Baron. Alright, so now the reveal phase. So for money I have 3, but I also have these 3 swords. Now this doesn't give me anything. These bonuses I only get if I play cards to send agents with them. So at least I have for now 3. So 1, 2, 3. I'm not gonna I might use this during a combat, we'll see. Maybe I will not have to, but I'm not so sure. We'll see. Alright, 3 money to buy something. Well, I can go for the test of humanity, which would be good for me, I think. 2 money, yeah, why not? Let's buy this. Test of humanity. Oh, there's Gurney Halleck. Pretty good card. Okay, and now we go to the combat. So if the computer has units in the combat, he will flip the next card and use whatever is in the red. So Baron will not increase the strength of his forces, and Raban will not increase strength of his forces. Wow, this is perfect for me. I managed to keep my really good combat card for later. Nice. So in this case I'm gonna win the first place, and since both of them are tied, they go to the third place. But as I said before, there is no third space in 3-player games, so they don't get anything. They just lose troops, while I just lost 1 troop and just got the victory points and some water. So I go here, get some water. Also, these cards you keep in your hand and play them anytime you basically when in the phase when you can play them, but they stay in your hand, so you don't discard them or anything until you play them. Alright, and I'm gonna clean up here. So these troops are dead. I'm gonna push this back. Let's see, I need to put 1 spice here and 1 spice here. We recall our agents. And we draw the next card. It's the 4th one. So whoever wins this conflict will be able to push himself on 2 of these alliance tracks, and second place is water and some Solaris. So I'm gonna stop the video here. We're gonna continue the next video, but so far as you can see we are kinda even out, but that's gonna change probably once we get in the middle of the game, and once we also get like I build my deck a bit more. We'll see. In any case, thanks for watching. This was Dune Imperium solo play. See you in the next video, and if you like my content, please subscribe, give a like or something. I have to say it. Although this channel is completely like I don't get any money for it or anything, just it's for fun. So see you next time.